all, we are not licensed professionals. You know, we are just here on this roller coaster called life, trying to be better friends to one another, trying to be better human beings on this planet. If you're tuning in, we are not opting out of therapy. We are not advocating that you listen to us and not see someone who is licensed and trained to help you with day-to-day life on how to cope and deal. So we advocate for therapy a lot here. We believe that everyone has something to talk to somebody about. So, just like to make that disclaimer that we're just here giving our opinions and having discussions week by week. And we're hoping that, you know, maybe you can find something useful, or if at least find a little humor in this terrible, terrible rock we call the world.
In other words, if you listen to our advice and you get popped in the mouth, don't at us.
Yeah, don't at me because you may get popped in the mouth again. Welcome back to another episode of Friendship University, a podcast where we discuss the lost art of friendship, how to create, maintain, and develop them. I am Kristen. I am joined by my lovely co-host, Miki. You know, we're here another week, Miki. How you doing, baby?
I am on the edge
Of glory?
of a cliff.
Oh, no.
Honestly, like, it's just one of those, like, straight jacket and grippy socks kind of days. We'll make it through it. We always do. We'll be all right. But all things considered, I'm doing pretty good. Time really flies, honestly. So I feel like we just, like, talked or had this podcast, like, yesterday. This past week, time has just flown. Like, every day just kind of blended together. Yeah. I did go to a pretty cool concert by this band called Muna. Had a good time. I did have a good time. But I realized something really important about myself.
I think I feel like I know what you're going to say.
So, like, the music was great. The crowd was great. It was a little crowded, but the crowd was really nice. You know, everyone was having a good time. Mm-hmm. But if you haven't caught on yet, I listen to a lot of electronic music, R&B, stuff like that. Unz music, yes. So I'm used to having a more or less steady beat for my feet to follow. Mm-hmm. Where at, like, the show I was at, I think they're considered, like, indie pop or something. I didn't know what to do with my body or my feet. And I don't know if it's because I listen to a very specific genre of music. Or I don't know if it's because I naturally have rhythm and it's weird for me. I'm not saying the music didn't have a rhythm. It's just like I'm not used to them playing a song and the song stopping and then preparing the next song or like things like that. Like sometimes they transition, but like I'm used to it like kind of being like a constant flow. So had a good time. Didn't really know how to dance. And yeah, how about you? How was your week? I think a week. How long has it been? It's been like 4 hours, honestly.
Yeah, it really has been like a couple of days, maybe 24 hours. But let's see. Good week, good weekend. Spent some time with the family. One of my sisters cooked like a late birthday dinner I have another sister whose birthday is in September as well. So she made us dinner with my mom and nieces and nephews. Good stuff. And she's really like digging herself into a hole because we all knew like she could cook, but we didn't really know how well she could actually cook. Like, I like to cook, so I cook a lot for my family, so I always get pigeonholed into making certain things for certain like events and holidays. But now that my mom knows that she can cook as well as she can, it's a wrap. Because like this whole time, okay, so just a short story. One Thanksgiving, this is when I was way younger, and so we had small tasks of things to bring that we had to make. Like, my mom was like, no store-bought. My sister's task was to bring green beans, right? And so, you know, old school, my nana, my mom, I'll make them from scratch. Well, she bought canned green beans. And as good as they were,
I bet they were delicious.
They were delicious. It was still like, you got those out of a can. So the joke has been, I mean, you can cook, but they've been in a can. But now she made this kind of like tomato tortellini pasta with like fresh spinach and the sauce was homemade, and it was just really flavorful, really good. She made some like appetizer dip. So
listen, don't sleep on the cans, because
I'm
them
not.
collard greens. Forgot what company it is. It's the orange can.
Glory.
Motherfucking salmon. You just throw 2 of them in there, season it up, and you're good to go.
You know what? I'm not gonna even hold you, because I have had like, I've done a Friendsgiving before, and you were there. And so I cooked like the complete traditional like Thanksgiving meal, and thankfully other people brought dishes. You brought like a busting like pot roast that everybody tore up, and we had a couple of other people bring some. Didn't you bring a dessert too, or was it just a pot roast?
I think I literally brought like sweet potato yams.
Yeah, those got torn up too. So like I made everything: the turkey, collard greens, and so that was my first time making collard greens from scratch. Like going to get the bushels. Yeah, but it was a labor of love. The collard greens and the turkey take the longest. Now I see why they start cooking a couple of days in advance, because
baby at our house we get the turkey ready multiple days in advance. We gotta baste it, season it. We fry our turkey, which I literally like request my mom. I'm like, listen, Mom, give me all the darkest pieces of meat and like skin you can find. I want that crispy season.
Yeah, I have had fried turkey before. We don't traditionally fry it, and like, you know, it was good. It was really good, but there's only one man in my family right now that will fry a turkey. And it's my mom's brother, and they're both petty, and he wants her to pay for the oil to fry the turkey. She like, why I gotta pay you for the oil to fry the turkey when you gonna have oil to fry your own turkey anyway?
Okay, I mean, it's only fair.
So
you can go to Costco, like, you can get it.
I'm not gonna pay. She can totally pay for it, but she's not going to pay for it. She's like, I gotta buy the turkey and the oil. Because he's the only one with the mechanism, the little pot thing that you put outside to fry it. So, and
I don't know how much a turkey nor oil costs, if we're gonna be honest. I leave that up to the adults.
That's fair. They're not
so
cheap.
It might be like a fair trade. I don't know if they're like even the amount, and like, you know,
they are. Well, depending upon the size of the turkey, you looking at no less than like $18-$20, unless you get it like,
that's it
to start.
Oh,
starting price.
Like, is that for like a little hen, a little corn? Or...
Not a Cornish hen. You're looking at maybe like 8 to 10 pound, maybe 12 pound turkey.
That's actually like, a little better than I thought.
Yeah, 12 pounds can feed maybe like 7 people, I would say. But when the turkey I bought was 15 pounds, and I think that was like 30-something bucks, because I had to feed like 12 people.
I thought you were gonna say something ridiculous, like $80 or something.
No, I mean, now they try to do that sometimes at certain places when it gets closer to Thanksgiving and stuff. You can get your turkey early, like maybe if you bought your turkey now, if you find turkeys, you could buy it now, and it will be super cheap. Because it's price per pound, just like chicken and all that other meat.
Okay.
Yeah, well, and oil's the same. I think you need like 5 pounds of oil to fry a turkey, I think. Only reason I know this again is because my mom and uncle are so petty that she told me these specifications when she was so infuriated that he asked her to pay for that oil.
Well, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm hungry now, so let's move the conversation on.
Tragic.
I am salivating. I am very hungry now because like Thanksgiving's so close. It's like,
it is.
1, I can't believe it's almost October. That's crazy. 2,
it was just March.
It was just March. Like 2 days ago. 2, Thanksgiving's coming up, and that's my favorite holiday because a man likes to eat. And like I said, my mom always cuts off some of the skin for me just to have, just as a nice little snack.
For her baby boy.
I'm my mom's baby boy. Yes, definitely.
Well, I'm glad that you're gonna have a good Thanksgiving. We'll move the conversation along so you can go get you some turkey from Honey Baked Ham or somewhere.
Ooh, that sounds really good.
Yeah, That's the only place I can think of that sells turkey. Anywho, if you're new here, welcome. We're so glad that you're joining us. If you're returning, glad to see you, or see you, I guess, like, view-wise. We don't know exactly who you are, but we see how many listeners we have. So, welcome back. We're so happy that you could be here. If you don't know, you can anticipate episodes from us every Friday, Friendship Fridays. And we are going to do a little something different this week. We just go with the flow. You know, sometimes we have conversations. Sometimes we do reviews. Sometimes we just jibber jabber. I mean, you're here. You know the vibes. So this week, Miki had an awesome idea for this app that we all use religiously to answer so many questions that we have about anything you could ever think of. Miki, I'm going to let you kind of explain what we're going to be doing this week.
Yeah. So just to clarify, we're not talking about TikTok.
Oh, no, not TikTok University.
No, not TikTok University. We're going to the messier part of the internet, but like not too messy because you can definitely go much further.
Yeah.
And we're going to go into some Reddit confessionals. I personally, by just giving you my little history on experience, my personal experience with Reddit, if I could talk, English is my first and only language. I didn't really know what Reddit was until like late last year. I think the first time I used Reddit was to look into how to do something related to DJing. Like I think I was trying to look like how like a certain thing on the deck worked or like a certain setting. And then I just discovered like the world of Reddit. It's crazy. It can be as like adorable as like kittens and like how should I propose to my significant other, and like really violent, like I hit someone with my car and drove off or something. It's really crazy.
Yeah,
it's a lot there.
A sacrifice.
Right, or something.
Like
so yeah. Thankfully for us, people put their messy information on the internet, which provides us with a pretty much endless catalog of content. So
this won't be the last time.
It won't be the last time at all. As long as y'all keep posting your information on the internet, we'll continue talking about it. No one asked for this advice. No one reached out to us for this advice. However, if you do need any advice, you can always reach out to us at where?
Friendship University Podcast at gmail.com. You can email us topics that you want to hear. You can give us feedback. You can also let us know some of these crazy stories that you have as it pertains to the conversations that we're having.
I'm not going to admit, I'm really impressed because that wasn't planned and you caught it. It was like,
I do my
okay,
best.
pass go.
I'm pretty used to audibles. Now, if it would have been a physical ball, I may not have caught it, but
good thing it wasn't.
Thanks.
Moving into our first question. So first question is from, their name doesn't matter actually, so we're just gonna get right into the question.
Let's just call her Sarah.
Sure, Sarah. So Sarah wants to know, am I the asshole for telling my friend I can't come to her wedding? She is planning a color-themed wedding and wants all her guests to wear white. My husband likes black and doesn't own a white shirt.
Okay, go ahead. Because pause right there. Okay. All right.
I had to tell...
What the actual hell?
Even let me get it. Like one sentence into this thing.
I didn't read it, so I was trying to be genuinely shocked. And I didn't... How you gonna... You know what? Just finish and then we'll get into the discussion. Because, like, what the actual hell?
I don't have a white dress or shoes. I had to tell her that if she does this, we won't be able to attend. We are on fixed incomes and can't afford to buy new clothing and shoes for someone else's wedding. My mother is against her plan too. She thinks it's unfair to require a particular color unless you are a person in the wedding. My friend just snaps that you have a year to save up and thinks that I'm being a bad friend. I've called the men's retail shops and we can't find a white suit to rent for less than $75. I'm sure I'll need as much or more of my dress. I'm sure I'll need as much or more for my dress and shoes. That on top of a shower and wedding presents. I don't think I'm the asshole for RFCPing with a no. What do you think? Do you want to go ahead? Or do you want me to go take it?
I think that's not your friend, girl, first of all. I think she's not a friend important enough for you to dedicate that to. Weddings are labors of love. And yes, that means typically when you're in the party, but even like the guests, you get gifts, you take time off work if you have kids, you get babysitters, all this to come celebrate this union. If you feel like they're going to get divorced in a year, just say that.
Ooh.
Like, if you feel like it's not going to last and you don't want to put this money down, you don't want to get no white suit because y'all ain't going to no Diddy all white parties no time soon, then just say that. Like, say, I don't want to invest in something I don't believe is going to last, because a white shirt and some linen pants off Shein right now is $17.99.
With free shipping.
With free ship. With a 20% off code they're going to get you as soon as you log in to the app. I mean, I'm not trying to advocate for fast fashion, but like, come on. Amazon got, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. If you really was thinking with your noggin, you could do the Amazon try before you buy trial.
Okay.
7 days.
Try.
Order that dress 7 days before that wedding, and boop, send it on back, girl.
Send it on back.
Because what? No, we're not advocating to wear clothes and take them back. We're just joking here. But she can do the Shein. She can do the Shein for sure. Or the what are other ones? I don't know. Is Fashion Nova cheap?
I don't know. City Trends.
Fashion for less. It's in the tagline.
Walmart, but anyway.
Walmart, yeah.
Do I think you're the asshole for RSVPing? Is no. It depends.
Did she RSVP no or yes? Now she said no.
No, she said no. She just said I'm not going.
Okay. At least you let them know ahead of time.
I'm gonna say it depends on the situation. Like, I'm using your wording, or the wording in the letter, because again, they're not listening to this. We're just talking about it. So we're really Sarah's not a non-existent person. I'm sure Sarah forgot all about this. She probably went to the wedding. But anyway, like, being on a tight budget is a lot, and I get it. I've actually been in situations where I've been invited to a wedding, and I ain't got no money.
It's real.
Now, however, we don't know where this wedding's taking place. Like, yeah, they have to wear white, but it also could be like a wearing white and destination wedding. So
she didn't say that.
She didn't, but maybe she's using the clothing as an excuse. But on the same thing with the clothing thing, you brought up some good options. Like, you really could, finagle your way into something free for the evening and then bounce back and return it. Mm-hmm. And you do have a year to save.
A year is a long, and I get it again.
Yeah, I get it.
It can be tight.
But however, I'm also gonna say you're like half not the asshole, because like, just wedding gifts and shower gifts aside, if your friend, depending how close you are, really wants you there, she would probably just chip in to get you something to wear too. She may not pay for the whole thing. She'd be like, yeah, girl, like, I understand money's tight, but like, I want you and your man there. Yeah, I'm gonna give you, $30 so you can help pay for something.
Yeah. If you all are close, you should be able to tell her, like, I really want to support you. I really want to celebrate you making this leap of faith with this other individual for the rest of your life. But I can't afford to get an outfit and all of these gifts. So if I can get put on like maybe an IOU or something, I can't give you a shower gift right now, but later on down the line, I can't give you all a wedding gift right now, but later on down the line, I got you.
Right.
She should be like, yeah, I just want you there. Like, I really do just want you there.
Right.
So,
because like your presence, and I know some people use it as an excuse to not buy real gifts. I'm one of them. Your presence of being there could also be really important to them versus an actual gift. And
I have gone to a wedding before. I have not only gone to a lot of weddings, but I have been in a lot of weddings. And I went to a wedding when I was in college, and college kids ain't really got no money. I mean, technically I was working for Apple, but that's neither here nor there. I still ain't had no money because your girl was out here trying to live large and not taking no charge. And I told them, because I did have to travel for the wedding, so I had to come back home. And I was like, listen, I'm going to have to pay for this to get there. I'm not going to have it for a gift right now, but I got you when I get it. Mm-hmm. They were like, absolutely, like, come, we just want you there.
Right.
So
now I will say, are you the asshole for also putting your man as an excuse, saying, I can't come because he doesn't like wearing white?
Cause that, yes,
You will be uninvited.
You're
Don't even worry about RSVPing. You will be uninvited.
Uninvited. He probably don't even know she said that. He probably owns white.
How did I get in this?
Okay.
How
did I get into this? Because I'm sure old buddy is like, I will wear whatever. If we're gonna be honest, I probably don't even want to go to the wedding. Period. But if
Tracy,
I
okay, I don't even like Tracy, but if we have to go, I guess
I'll be there with whatever she said to put on.
Ultimately, aside of the money thing and stuff like that, that's not your husband's day. That's your best friend's day. And if she wants people to wear white, people just need to wear white.
It's not about your husband.
Okay.
If your husband says something that's traumatizing, like people in all white reminds me of a cult I grew up in, that's a different story. Maybe I won't take you to the wedding. Maybe I'll actually just go by myself at this point.
You could also just go by yourself.
But if you feel like y'all don't look good in white too, just say that.
Just say that. Well, you have to be nice to pull off white. I can't pull off white.
You do have to listen.
I don't pull off white very well.
I'm gonna tell you something about our people. We love an all white party.
And I'm the jigaboo who is not there.
We love to look like heaven starting lineup. And I'm here for it. But some of y'all really be teetering along the lines of something. I don't know what, but somebody didn't tell you that wasn't the white suit for you. But that's none of my business. If you're comfortable in it, if you like it, I love it. So, yeah, I'm going to say she is the asshole in this situation for sure. Only because of the reasoning she gave.
True.
Talking about your husband don't like to wear white. You can't save up for a year. Now maybe you did talk to her, but you didn't mention telling her like, hey, we don't have enough for a gift for this. You didn't mention whether it was a destination wedding. So based off of the facts, off of the post, I'm going to say she's the asshole.
Agreed. I'm going to say she's the asshole as well, especially because she didn't mention those extra options as well. And also, if your man liked white or not is irrelevant. He just needs to show up in white or not show up at all.
Exactly. You can go without your spouse if he's not comfortable wearing whatever the dress code is. Because I'm going to also say this. I appreciate celebrating people. And I'm one of those people that tries to do whatever they can to make someone's special day, whatever it is, feel like it's their special day. But I hate when people tell me what to wear to an event. I hate themes.
Same.
I hate when people be like, unless it's something
pajamas.
or unless it's something like we're having a 70s theme party.
Right.
Or like, something that. But if you like, we're having a all black party, or it's a red and white party, or like that Twitter debate that happened a few months ago where that girl was supposed to wear a specific color and the girl got mad because the jacket wasn't the color and they said she was trying to stand out. And it was this whole Twitter debate about why she couldn't just wear the color the girl asked her for her birthday. I can't, I'm a grown woman.
Okay, I can't be out here going to City Trends on Friday night after work trying to find themed outfits.
Do not police what I'm going to wear.
Because I will show up in black no matter what.
Unless I'm in your wedding, then you have the audacity to be like, okay, these are the dresses we're wearing. But like, if I'm just showing up. If you having a beach wedding and you trying to look whimsical and you want everybody in white, I get that, but you just cannot. Okay. What if I come with a baby? You want me to wear all white, girl? What? What if I, have horrible sweat glands and I don't want to wear white?
So hot take about weddings. In my personal opinion, if you have a destination wedding, you don't want nobody to show up.
Me? It's me. I'm having a destination. Whenever I get married and whoever I get married to better understand destination wedding. We are having a destination wedding.
That's an excuse to get away from most of the people. That's like how you get rid of the crazy family who you don't want to be there. Be like, oh yeah, we're having a destination wedding. It's just a, $1,400 flight. And they're like, oh.
I'm going to give you ample time to save for it. I just feel like they're so... Yeah, for me, I can see myself doing a destination wedding. And it's really not to excommunicate anyone from being able to come. It's just really like, I feel like the ease for me is like, we do this destination wedding. It's an experience that we're both going to have. Preferably, it could be somewhere neither one of us have been, or Like one of us has been, but the other one hasn't, and can vouch that this is like beautiful. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna like say 2 months from now, meet me in Bora Bora for my wedding. That's rude, because I know no one's gonna come.
Well, see, when you get back, listen, as far as marriage for me, and then we can go into our next question, I personally don't want to have like an official wedding. I want to get married at the courthouse, get some Waffle House on the way home, and then have a party, either somewhere really nice, like a destination party, where like it's not really like a wedding, just come dress however you want, let's just have some fun, drink, and then y'all can leave, and then I'll just have my honeymoon. But yeah, I'm not really big into like wearing tuxes, and maybe the husband's like me. I don't like being dressed up. I find it constricting and awful and uncomfortable. Whenever I go to a wedding or a funeral, I have basketball shorts on underneath my actual clothes, because soon as it's done, just yep. I think I need to invest in like some fancy parachute pants. Where
I
would
love to see you in parachute pants.
Like, you know, the ones that like the spies be having, where they're like, ooh, gotta go into mission mode. Whoop! Okay.
Or like whatever the dresses were made out of that Lupita was wearing in Black Panther every time she snatched them off.
Okay.
Or snatched the bottom off so she could run faster. Yeah, I dig that. So, okay, Sarah girl. No white for you. I'm gonna pick a familiar friend. We've talked about this before on the podcast. Briefly, your experience in it. We have I think I'm about to lose my friend because of an MLM company. And if you do not know what an MLM is, what is multi-level management company, multi-marketing?
Multi-level marketing, otherwise known as a pyramid scheme.
Pyramid scheme. So, very short, she just joined an MLM company and she's trying to recruit me into it. I've already joined their video presentation, COZ. And
that's where she fucked up?
I was interested at first, but nah. We don't really chat. These grammatical errors. We don't really chat with each other, but we're still friends. Okay. Now she's keeping tabs on me, and I think it's because of the recruitment. What you mean she's keeping tabs on me?
Okay.
I've yet to decline her offer, and I think that will be awkward after that. Well, that's why she keeping tabs on you, girl. If you keep another string, whatever. She's my only close friend in college. Damn! I don't want to lose her.
Oh, girl, I don't know what to tell you. You've already lost her. I'm not gonna hold you.
Just be honest. Why you can't you said you've yet to decline because you're scared if you tell her you don't want to do it, she won't be your friend. Do you think she was just your friend to get you in this pyramid scheme?
Let me give you... Okay, so here's my experience with MLM for whatever type things. In high school, I had a group of friends, and there was one friend who got into this thing called Vima. I couldn't really tell you much about it at that point in time. But, like, he was doing all these cool things, going to these awesome, like, house parties and these events and stuff like that. Vima. I think it was, like, a sports drink, like an energy drink. I don't know. But one day he's like, hey, y'all should come out to, like, this party. It's at, like, this mansion, and it's going to be lit, and we're going to have so much fun or whatever. At this point, I'm, like, 16, and, like, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Michael Bay Transformers excites me, so, like, you know, not thinking super clearly. I was like, sure, it sounds good. So we get there.
Mansion party, yeah.
Okay, you know, you're a child. Project X had just came out, like, mansion party? Okay.
Adults would jump at the opportunity to go
Sounds exciting. Party. So we pull up, and he's, like, dressed nice, so we pull up, and there's, like, white Benz over here, white Beamer over there, white Audi, Lamborghini, everything was white. Every car was, every fancy car was white. And they all had, like, a little V on it, and we're like...
Red flag number 2.
So, and this is not any insult to any of my friends. As a young person, who wouldn't be excited by that?
Absolutely.
As a traumatized person, immediate red flags. Listen, my dad raised me on the concept of don't take no wooden nickels. I don't know what that means.
I was about to say, what the freak does that
to this day?
Why would you take a wooden nickel?
I don't really know what that means to this day, but whenever he says it, it really resonates with me.
It resonates.
So So whenever I'm out and about and I'm like, something seems sketchy, my dad's voice in my back of the head is like, don't take no wooden nickels. And I'm like, okay, you're right, Dad. I shouldn't take wooden nickels. So did you look it up? What does it mean?
I mean, I got that. Okay, so I'm going to tell you, and it's not subliminal. What it says is what it means, but if someone hands you something made out of wood and you know it's supposed to be made out of another material, why would you take it? But this is what Googleisha said. The phrase, never take a wooden nickel means, do not permit yourself to be cheated or duped. Do not be naive.
So my dad was right.
He was right.
My dad was right. He told me not to take no wooden nickels, and I didn't take no wooden nickels. So moving on. We walk in the house and like the music's going. They got like Akon and
Young Jesus,
Young Joe, Jason Derulo, all the bops back in circa 2011 or whatever the case may be. And they're like, all right, the event's about to start, and like the theatrics and fireworks and all this stuff. I thought it was a party too. Noticed, but so another wooden nickel that went off in my head. I was looking around because they were like, oh, mingle, have fun, enjoy yourself. I was like, there is no alcohol at this party. There is no furniture at this house.
Wait a minute. Okay, the alcohol maybe because teenagers. So maybe they just didn't want to get arrested.
Fair, but there was also no furniture. Not a chair,
so a bed,
nothing. Everyone was just standing.
In like a foyer area? Where were y'all?
It was like a foyer area. There was like a kitchen. There was an upstairs, downstairs. It was giving
furniture.
Good money. But anyway.
It's giving MTV Cribs.
Yeah. There, totally. So they're like, all right, the event's starting, and the lights all like start dimming, and they look at the person, and this guy comes on. He's like, I'm so excited to have you here.
Please tell me he came out the lasers.
I don't think there was lasers. There was confetti, I think, though.
Yes.
So he comes out and he's talking about we have an amazing opportunity and you're all going to be your own bosses. Hashtag girl boss. Hashtag CEO. Hashtag self-made. This one hashtags really big on Instagram. Back when you had to take the picture on Instagram before you could upload it. Back then.
I forgot about that.
Okay, you used to have to take your pictures on Instagram.
Through the app, you used to have to give them access to your camera so that you could take the photo.
Before ads.
I don't even think they had the filters that they do now.
They had
either.
4, maybe sunburst, whatever, mono, black and white,
and black and white.
Okay, but anyway, so it's giving nothing but red flags to me because I'm like, okay, you're promising these children, like Beamers, Benz, and Bentley.
Can't you only work at like 12 hours a week at 16? Aren't you on a work permit?
The way they worded it was like, you're your own boss. All you have to do is find 10 other people and recruit them. And then them 10 people will recruit people. And then they'll recruit people. As they recruit people, you make more money.
Okay.
Because you're on the top of your pyramid. And as you made more sales, you got like a Mercedes-Benz or whatever the case may be.
You telling me it's that white one out there that I saw walking up?
Probably the exact one. Okay. So once again, wooden nickels in my head. I'm like, this isn't going to work.
Dropping left and right wooden nickels. Just ain't making a sound because they wooden.
Okay. Ain't making no sense. So we leave, and all my friends are like, they're super excited. They're like, oh, this is so exciting. Like, this is great. Like, we don't have to go to college. We don't have to do this stuff. And I don't think you need college to be successful. I dropped out. But we were in like 11th, 10th grade at this point. Weird. And I was sitting in the car, and I was texting. I think I was texting my mom. I was just like, hey, Mom, what do you think of this? She was just like, it sounds like a scam.
Yep, she's wise.
So avoided this scam. That was my first experience with MLMs. I do have another experience. They're never going to get me. I'm going to tell you that right now. All these experiences are about people around me. But the other experience I have was I have a friend who was joined an MLM, but like they kept wording it and morphing it to in a sense where it didn't sound like an MLM. And like, so he was trying to recruit me. He was, in the usual MLM fashion. And this goes out to the girls out here. If your friend ever just asks you for 15 minutes of your time,
15 minutes, quick chat.
It's probably a trap. So he's like, let's set up 15 minutes. Like, we hadn't talked in a while, so I was like, okay, fine. So we hop on the call, and he's doing like the normal catch up, and like, oh, how's life? How's the cat? How's whatever? I'm like, okay, yeah, things are good. Yeah, things are good. He's like, well, that's awesome. I just started this really cool opportunity. I'm like,
I bet. Oh, you are shaking that coconut water. We sound like we're on the beach. I feel like I'm on an island. I love
wouldn't
it.
that be nice? But anyway, so he talks to me about his new opportunity and how much money he's making and how exciting it is. And I'm like, okay. I also didn't. This is the point where I didn't know how to say no. So I didn't join the MLM, but I
I
did
don't know that person.
I did trap myself into joining the 15-minute meeting. Or
Was it virtual?
The virtual meeting where
You can't leave?
no, I felt bad if I left.
That's how they get you.
So we were
Who's
on.
gonna contact you if you leave the virtual? It's probably thousands of people. Maybe not thousands.
I didn't want to embarrass my friends, so we were on the meeting and they were talking
That's
about
fair.
it, and like all of it was giving wooden nickels.
But you'll leave a company meeting of 50 people ASAP.
Okay.
Oop, y'all not telling us what I want to know. Bye.
Bye. So we get to the end, and I'm like, okay, I have a question. I'm like, so how is this not a pyramid scheme? And they're like, we're so happy you asked. Tell me why they pulled out a diagram of a pyramid. But wait, hold on. It was just flipped upside down. So the
It was an upside down triangle.
it was an upside down triangle. And then they showed me a different diagram, which was just triangles, but made out of circles. So it was like two big circles and a circle on top. So it still made a triangle, but out of circles. So I was just like, those are both still pyramids in their own little way.
How you gonna try? Now that is trying to give me a wooden nickel, showing me an upside down triangle, talking about this is why it's not a pyramid
Okay,
scheme.
they said they'll never catch on to us.
They'll never get it.
They'll never see this coming. Upside down triangle.
Let me ask: are you still friends with the person recently? I don't know if you're still friends with the person from high school, but
The ones from high school, we're close enough. We
Are they
still
still
hang
in
out
the
here and they're like once a
MLM?
quarter. No, they're no longer. And one of them actually has a very lucrative business, and I'm very proud of him.
they're probably based off of the Vim. Well, not Venmo. Oh Jesus, don't sue us. What's it called? Vimeo. Don't sue us. What is it called?
I'm pretty sure Vimeo's like
Veem.
Vima. I'm pretty sure they're
Probably
like
based off of everything they
sued
learned
into
there.
the water. I think there was a whole. I think there's like a documentary about it. I don't know. I have to look up. But anyway, no, they're out of that. The more recent friend, he said he's doing a good job with it. I think he still does it. However, like, that's none of my business.
Wait. Okay. So this person says they have not yet declined. I guess they're fearing something. They're fearing they may lose their friend, their only college friend. Did you tell them you were not interested?
Yes, I did tell him I wasn't interested and called it a day. He's more mature than that, and he didn't take it personally.
Yeah.
I mean, in normal fashion of people who try to like put you on, but like put you on in like a sketchy way where it's like, oh man, you're missing out on opportunities and you gonna block your blessings. And I'm like, it's okay. My blessings will come from other areas. And it's, even if the company was legit, I'm not a salesperson. I don't know how to sell anything to anybody.
That's not what you want to do.
And it's not what I want to do. I want to sell 4 on the floor beats to a crowd full of people. But yeah, so I just told him no, honestly. In this person's situation, like, you just need to tell them no. And honestly, if they have like a bad reaction to telling them no, they're probably not your friend. You just serve a purpose because they're trying to get them KPIs. They're trying to get them people in. They got to get 10 people under their wing so they can get to upgraded to package level 2. That being said, another reason I didn't want to do it is because with every MLM I've ever experienced, they're like, okay, we have 3 tiers. You can join our bronze package for $700.
Oh, you had to.
You can join our silver platform for $5,000 and our gold platform for your firstborn and $2 million. I'm like,
and 1 vial of blood.
1 vial of blood, and all you have to do is sell 700 cans of baby wipes. I almost like, wrapped up in one MLM because I was really desperate for a job. I think at like 18, and I went to this job interview. I think I told this story before, where I walked in and it was a group interview, and they wanted me to sell knives.
Yes.
They wanted me to go to door selling knives.
They wanted a 6'6" black man
Walking door to door.
take a box of knives door to door to try to open his suitcase to say.
But you know what? Good thing, wooden nickels. I called on before it was. I walked outside. I called my dad. I was like, "Hey, Dad."
I'll never. Can we title this episode "Wooden Nickel"? I've never heard that before. It is so self-explanatory, but why would you take a nickel made out of wood?
I don't know where he gets these things from.
That's just old black. You know what? That's wisdom. I'll take it.
And it saved me numerous
It
times.
has,
Now,
right
I have
on.
been scammed before, so the wooden. I need to learn more about not getting taken wooden nickels. But in regards to this person, just be honest with that friend. You know, like I said, if they take it poorly or they're like, you're blocking your blessings or whatever, just, you know, nod and be like, all right, you know, thank you so much for considering me. That's really awesome. And if their behavior changes, I mean, they probably weren't your friend. You were just serving a purpose.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, friend. You have to be honest with them. Like, point blank, period. If you can't, imagine if you simply right now cannot tell them that you are not interested in a job experience. How will you ever be able to continue on accepting them as an accountability partner? Like, if you have to tell them something really, really huge, you're always going to be thinking about, this person may judge me, this person may, like, disown me, they may not be my friend anymore. Like, you can't let those barriers hinder you from speaking your truth. So, if you really do, and I get, sometimes we are just in our own ways because of trust issues or whatever's going on. And that's a tough situation to, like, feel like you only have the one friend and you don't want to lose this one college friend. Because college can be tough, especially if you go to school away from your family, away from your home. You're trying to meet new people. It's a whole new experience. You're technically living on your own. You're trying to navigate this new campus. You're going to class. No, the only person holding you accountable is you. You have to show up as an adult. Like, it's a whole culture shift from what you probably normally grew up as when you were in high school or, grade school or whatever. But you got to be honest and, like, you don't want to do it, man. And I'm going to be honest. It also sounds like you're second guessing them because they're in an MLM. So if you feeling some kind of way because they were willing to do a job like that, you also need to be honest with yourself about that as well. Like,
Absolutely.
Because sometimes people do what they need to do for money, and sometimes people just believe what they want to believe. So, you got to decide which one this friend or which category this friend falls into. So, yeah, let her know, girl or guy. You didn't specify your pronouns or anything. You did say that the person you're talking about is a she. So, let her know that you don't want to lose her, and this is no offense to her or what she does. This is just not for you. Period.
Okay, and that's it.
What is it? Is it on you?
All right. So my friend revealed she has been secretly dating my ex. My friend revealed to me in a long text message this morning that she has been secretly dating my ex and had finally decided to tell me because the guilt was eating her up.
And I'm gonna eat your ass up too, but go on.
I'm very, very close with this friend of mine, and she has stood by me through the entirety of mine and my ex-boyfriend's relationship.
Is she talking about the ex that she's dating? You know what?
Yeah.
Go on. I'm burning. I feel myself starting to flame.
My ex and I had a lot of problems, and it was an abusive relationship at the end of the day. I'm really conflicted on if I should continue to be her friend or not. I have no feelings towards my ex. I'm sure I'm sorry, hold on. I am more sad my friend has betrayed me. Should I be happy for her or angry and hurt? I'm sorry. You are right. These grammatical errors be getting
really
me.
Just typing it like Kermit the Frog and don't be looking at nothing.
I was like, is my brain having a problem here? Should I be happy for her or is the anger and hurt I feel valid? There you go. That's better. Can anyone help explain to me what? Jesus, my God, girl, Rebecca. I'm sorry. Like, I know I don't have the best grammar either, but that's making my brain hurt. Long story short, because I cannot read the rest of that. She wants to know, does she have the right to be angry with her friend? What are your thoughts on this?
I just looked at the screenshot you sent me to like see the rest of it. These grammar errors, I get it, but her asking, should she be upset that she told you? Okay. All right, let's start from the beginning. So, you exercised your fingers to text a long message to me about how you are seeing my ex-boyfriend, whom you know, if I'm saying I talked to you in depth about, was abusive in one way or the other.
Mm-hmm. And she only told you because she felt guilty. So let's pause there. That last line really got me. So she didn't text you because she feels bad for fucking your ex-man.
Oh.
She texted you because she felt guilty. She only told you to address a feeling within her and make herself feel better, alleviate that guilty, pressury pain in her chest. It's not because she told you because she wanted to tell you or that she cared.
You're my friend.
Okay, no.
I've been sneaking behind your back.
No. She told you because she probably can't sleep at night. And she's like, I just need to tell her as soon as I do, it'll just be free and we'll be fine and it is what it is. So, again, when was this written? Like 4 years ago. It's probably advice that they no longer need anymore, but... Anyway.
This was not 4 years ago. This was 57 days ago.
Oh, well, never mind. There we go. So whoever wrote this, I know it's not advice you asked for, but yeah, that first line, just in my personal opinion, the way you said it, it sounds like they were just apologizing to make themselves feel better.
And no, we don't selfishly apologize around here. I just feel like I'm trying to express this in the most humble way. If you see someone do something to me, like firsthand, what makes you think you're the exception to the rule? That they will not do the exact same to you.
Okay.
Like, especially if they have not exhibited any kind of like avenues to change, to healing or whatever. Not to say people don't have the right to change, but it's just kind of like, I'm gonna keep it real. So I have been in a situation where they were associate. They were not a friend. Mm-hmm. They were associate, dating my ex. And I actually felt sorry for her because I was like, you know what kind of person this is. So, good luck. I mean, it's been 3 months since we broke up. I'm sure they are a brand new person because that is the way that it works. They
found the love of their life or whatever.
1995 Nissan Altima to the detail center to get it super washed. And they showed you this shiny new car that you thought was not going to still ride like a 95 Nissan Altima. But you got in it expecting a 2021 Nissan Altima and you're still driving a 95. So, who are you going to be mad at? And then you want to come back to me. What got me in that situation, and I have seen this happen with other people too, the situation will go south and they'll try to come back to you to badmouth them. Bitch, I know I went through it. You don't got to come back and me about this person. I already know what's going on.
And
the
then
fact that
also,
you think we got common
kiki
enemies
about it.
Okay, we're not gonna kiki. Think because now we got quote unquote common enemies. We can be friends again. Pack your bags. And you know the Simpsons meme? I'm going to need you to clock out.
Yep, okay.
Clock out.
Clock out.
I'm going to need you to clock out for me. So, no. I don't think you should be happy that she told you. I do think your feelings of anger and hurt are valid. She told you, I don't even know why you're asking this question. She said she told you out of guilt. So that's why she told you. We don't have to explain why she told you. She told you why she told you.
Okay. But she felt guilty. That's it.
She felt guilty, period. And whatever that guilt was doing to her, yes, conviction and everything is important. And sometimes guilt will drive us to tell the truth. If you feel like the friendship is worth having an in-depth conversation about like why you feel guilty, maybe she'll say like, because I love you, because you're my best friend, because blah, 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 blah. And this was like, eat me up inside. You can take the time to have that conversation if you want to. As for me and my house, and I think this person said they were in college or something. Nah, Jack, y'all have a good life. Like,
okay.
You on some Brokeback Mountain stuff, and I don't appreciate that. Don't be trying to lie to me. You talking about we just going on trips, and then you coming back, and you're loving up on me, but you been loving up on somebody else. Like, no.
It's the not telling me part. Like, if someone was interested in my ex, I would honestly not give a fuck. I'd be like, you know what?
And that's why I'm saying
I'll give them a warning. I'd be like,
I'm not giving you nothing because nobody warned me. I had a friend say that to me the other day. I said, I felt that in my shins. She said, I'm not warning nobody because nobody warned me.
And there it is. Listen, so warn or not, I don't care if anybody dates my ex. That's cool. Maybe you'll have a fantastic relationship, or maybe they'll treat you just as shitty as they treated me.
I can't trust you, though.
If you do it behind my back, that's a different story. Behind
my back or in front of my face, like... So, I had this discussion with someone a while back. There was a show called... I don't forget what it was called, but it was... The premise was that an airplane got lost for like 6 years.
Manifest?
Yes. Manifest.
I hate that show. I've watched the first episode 7 times. I can't get past the first episode.
The plot holes, the acting. You know what?
Old girl, they got as soon as I had superpowers, I was like, okay, now they're doing too much.
Which don't make no sense. The fact that these people have not grown up. One twin is the older, one twin's the same age. But old girl came back and her best friend had married her husband because they thought she was dead. I don't know what kind of solace you thought, child. I will haunt you to the day you are sick.
They thought they were dead, though. And let's hear me out.
My husband? My husband, as Niecy Nash likes to say. Like, what? Are you kidding me?
But hear me out. It's not like you guys just divorced. They thought you were dead.
Yes, exactly.
I feel like you're one of the people where if like you die before your spouse, you're gonna be like, don't you dare sleep with anybody else. Like, you better die alone, okay?
Move on. Let the Lord heal you. If I be the first one to go, if the Lord sees fit to heal you and let you find another spouse, because he will heal you regardless, and you feel like you can move on and have another life, because we live multiple lives.
How unfortunate.
We live multiple lives in the one life that we live. If you feel like you can have another life, another experience with someone, I'm not that person, but my best friend, and I come back and you're married to my husband, like, first of all, it had only been, I think, 6 years in the show, and legally you can't declare someone dead, meaning you can't get a death certificate until 7 years of them just missing. So if you never find a body, you have to wait 7 years before you legally declare them dead. So you didn't even wait the courtesy 7 years to legally declare me dead to divorce me, because I'm still alive. I'm still, you know what? I'm getting heated. Beyonce, help me. I'm getting heated. Okay, back to the Reddit.
I I just feel like you're being a little unfair.
She asking some real serious. I get it.
Oh
Like,
no,
should
not
I be
her. The
helpful?
video, the
No,
manifest.
manifest is wild. Cause like I get it. I've seen people take solace in one another. Cause you're grieving. Like she was my best friend. She was my spouse. Okay, I get it. Like we can connect on that, but you better draw a freaking line in the sand. Okay.
At least draw the line for like 7 years, and then if you need to
Well, they were at 6, so they had not made it just quite yet.
Well,
But girl, you have to really sit down and talk to her. Like I said, if you feel like the friendship is honestly worth something to you, like you feel like this is someone you want to keep in your life, they are, an accountability partner. They're someone who has helped build you up. They're someone you feel like you can take to the next level with you as you're going on in your life. Then I mean, our motto here is friends are worth fighting for.
okay, and don't take no wooden nickels.
Don't take no wooden nickels.
You gotta be careful about that.
Don't take no wooden nickels. So have the conversation with her. Be honest. We're always about openness, transparency. Whether we do want to admit it or not, even though she told you she felt guilty and that's why she told you, that probably was still difficult to say. It was probably still like tough to come to terms, because a lot of times one of the reasons we don't tell people the truth is because we have to face the reality within ourselves of why we did what we did, or why what happened. So if I do something that I know someone feels like I may not be capable of, or I do something that alters the way someone would potentially look at me, I have to deal with whatever it was in me that made me act in that way in the first place. So it's like level on top of level on top of level. I got to deal with why I did it. I got to deal with doing it to you. I got to deal with your feelings, feeling whatever they feel. It's a lot. So she could have kept going. She could have kept lying. I don't always like to give people credit for doing what they're supposed to do, because at the end of the day, you should be telling the truth. But, she told you she felt guilty, which implies that it was weighing heavy on her heart, or whatever she has, and she wanted to tell you because she felt like you deserved to know.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
But have the conversation, girl. Have the conversation with her, and be very honest in your feelings. If you're upset, if you're angry, if you feel like she backstabbed you.
You know what you should do? You should be petty and tell her, well, girl, you should go get tested because I'm pretty sure he had chlamydia before we broke up.
I mean, if you really want to get petty, you can DM him and try to get him back. And if you feel like you had enough,
he was abusive. You don't want to do that. You just want to drive her crazy.
You just want to show her that he's not loyal.
Trash.
Yeah, because I'm not going to actually meet up with you. I'm just going to get you to give me a day, time, and location, and then I'm going to be like, yeah, and this is what he wanted to do while he's telling you he loved you.
Okay.
So,
good luck to you, girl. I know this is only 51 days ago. I know you probably will never hear this either, but let us know how it goes.
Woo! I hope you don't take the route I would have in college. Let's just say that.
Nuck if you buck.
Nuck if you buck. For real. And not because of the man. I fight him too. Good luck to you and yours and your journey. We are going to close out there because I feel like that was enough. Woo. I'm Beyonce right now. I'm heated.
Fan me off.
Fan me off.
She needs to release these visuals. She playing.
I'm not gonna speak on it because I feel like the more we speak on it, the longer she's gonna wait to give it to us. So do your thing, girl.
What a Beyonce move. Just like Rihanna, we've been asking for R9 forever, and she's like, every time you ask me, I'll be adding a year to the release date.
She said, "This is R9 Super Bowl."
Which is gonna be a Savage Fenty party. It's going to be her displaying, the 2023 summer collection.
Summer collection. She's going to give us a 15-minute tutorial on her quick go-to look for Super Bowl.
Okay.
How I look flawless when I go to the Super Bowl game.
Erykah Badu's gonna walk in and walk out.
Walk in. She's gonna take an elevator.
And go up and walk right out. What a move.
Somebody said that it's been so long, she gonna have to look up her lyrics to her own song.
She's literally going to have to sit there and remember all of the lyrics. Because she's not playing R9. She's going to get on there and all you're going to hear is... Woo!
And on that note, we thank you for listening to...
You know what's sad before you get there? I'm thinking about it. If Beyonce wasn't out here trying to get the girls in formation that won Super Bowl, we probably would be getting Renaissance at the Super Bowl. They probably would have picked her again, but she's never getting picked again. Ever.
Well,
ever.
Rock Nation and Jay-Z are now part of the National Football League Association. So,
and they told Jay-Z during their quarterly meeting, they're like, listen.
And that's why we got...
And your wife, we will pay you not to play at the Super Bowl.
You know how people... people normally refer to Beyonce and her husband, and his meaning is they be like, Jay-Z and your wife,
right.
You'll have the skybox, but tell her she'll never touch a microphone again.
Ever.
She'll never touch a mic ever again. Ooh, had the nation shook. Can't believe she had y'all shaking in your boots like that. Yeah. Well, we thank you for tuning in to another episode of Friendship University. We do have these social medias. You can find us on Twitter. We're Funny Podcast. That's FUNNI Podcast on Twitter. The Friendship University on Instagram. And you can also find us friendshipuniversity@gmail.com. If you have any comments, questions, any topics, anything you'd like to discuss, or any responses you'd like to give to us on any of these crazy topics that we go over week by week, let us know. Rate us as well. We know a lot of times we do have a link tree and different things like that, but times is hard. Inflation is real. One thing that can go a long way is just dropping us a rating. If you feel like we got 4 or 5 stars, give it to us. That'll help us continue to be able to create this content for you, because we love coming to you week after week. So help us sister and brother out. Peace. We out.
Don't take any wooden nickels.